Welcome to the Texas Goat Radio Show. I'm your host, Notorious. As always, well, not always, but in general theme of what this channel has been in the last month, this is another Owen Benjamin video. And we are looking into the episode of 1685. For those of you that don't understand why I'm doing so many videos on Owen, it's because these videos, if they're still left up here, there's going to be people that come across him and they're going to have a little feeling in the bottom of their stomach. And so they're going to be like, maybe I should check him out before I keep listening to this man. He's a chef, and it sounds like he knows what he's doing with his words that he's cooking and spinning. And it makes me feel good and tingly. But my subconscious, or whatever you want to call it, the spirit of God, intuition, whatever it is that's making them say, maybe I should look into this fella. They're going to get on YouTube and they're going to come across multiple channels like Hoax Wars, Milker Nation, Digital Jonestown, Detective Bill, the Texas Goat Radio Show, 1 and 2. They're going to come across all of these channels with all of these videos and they're going to be like, why would these people take so much time to do these videos? And it's because he is a liar and a thief and a manipulator, and he is almost everything that he claims. He is almost everything that he says that you are. And by you, I mean the dissenters, the people that don't hang on every word, that go on Reddit. And I say almost because I hope to God that he is not one of those PDF files that he accuses everyone that he has pushed away or whatever. Anyways.
I can pull out of the Twitter station if we want to watch this. We will in a minute, God. I want to get to the Crowder thing. I want to let Twitter watch because I'm enjoying Twitter. My return to Twitter has been very glorious.
It's like a conquest, man. My return to Twitter has been glorious. Has it, Owen? He bans. I mean, it's not sustainable to ban everyone, and he does ban everyone. And he claims to love banning. He loves it. Like he self-admittedly, he admits to loving banning people. And so I haven't been on Twitter. I think I'm going to get back on Twitter, especially after last night's Hoax Wars episode of the fire chats that are going down in there. But that's a pretty funny state. It's been glorious. To each their own.
I think I've gotten 10,000 more followers in the last week. It's, I know there's a lot of people being like, Uther, how dare you? Don't procreate. You're the dumbest man I've ever seen. But
is there anybody literally telling him not to Well, okay. Yeah, there is. I know. As soon as that came out of my mouth, I knew that there are people out there telling him not to procreate, and it's for the obvious reasons of some kind of mental deficiency. And I'm not mocking him. I'm not making fun of him because he has a mental deficiency. I'm pointing out that there is a possibility that he has a mental deficiency. And that's something worth mentioning, I think.
In reality, if you look at the numbers, it's, I just had a video of me just talking, get over 1 million views. Nice cameras. Yeah, pull out of the badge that is Twitter. No, Jacobat. We're about to talk about Steven Crowder. So this is why don't hide what you are. Okay.
So this is my question and just curiosity. Whenever he's saying these things about Owen Benjamin, I think he is saying these things about himself, to be honest with you. He is describing Steven Crowder, and take whatever you want, take whatever stand you want about Steven Crowder. Okay? I'm not talking about Steven Crowder right now. I'm talking about Owen Benjamin. Now, does Owen genuinely believe that he is blemishless? I've heard him say that he is blameless, spotless, without sin. He is not a liar. He never lies. And so that's one of the reasons why he's dangerous, is because he thinks that he's correct on everything. Unless it's so obvious that he's not, and then he'll humble himself a little bit just to save face with his cult members. He admitted the other day that he gets his cult members to stalk and extort. What is not extort? I can't think of that word. Anyway.
Okay. Hide your sin from children. I like the Muslim aspect of that. I do enjoy that. But if you are a total piece of shit, don't pretend you're not, because it will come out. What did Kyington just say?
One of the things that I find curious about Owen is that he's never joyful unless he is he's very rarely joyful. And the moments that he is joyful, it doesn't seem sincere unless he's gloating on somebody's death. I had to get some water. I needed to get some water in my life. I feel dehydrated. A couple of squirrels are outside. But he doesn't... For him to be as crushing as he is, like the countenance of the face reflects the heart, right? And I almost did a video that showed what he looks like before a stream and then after a stream. And the reason why I didn't is because you could argue, well, that's because he gives his heart and soul into the stream. It's like, not if you watch the stream, man. Like, it's just a bunch of spiraling and just anger and evil. Let's listen to him talk about
5'3" versus 5'5". Oh yeah, I've gained 20,000 subscribers in 2 months. Yeah, wow. All right, 20,000 in the 20,000 in the past 3 days. Whoa, I was reading it like Europeans read the date. Okay, so here.
See, what happened there? Was that sincere? Like, did Connington lie? Is there a way anybody can verify that? Not that it matters. Like, I know Steven's a liar. And it's the best example that I have of Steven being a liar, or that I've seen, is that 4th of July live stream, whenever somebody asked him, he was talking about how much money he's raised for Bertaria and talking about how good of records they've been keeping and all that kind of stuff. Well, he might not have mentioned that in that particular live stream, but he has definitely, before this moment, mentioned how well they are taking records. And in this particular live stream, somebody asked him how much money they've raised. And the way he responds to that answer, that question, is 100% undeniable a child lying. And if you watch the video, it is. Hopefully I was able to slide that in there.
Here is Steven Crowder pretending to be this Judeo-Christian model of society. And he said, I'm a guy, and I'll never badmouth my wife. May 11th, 2015. Okay, here's a great meme. POV if you're Steven Crowder and he's drinking beer while his wife mows the lawn. Badmouth his wife. He's crazy. Okay, here is what he posted today. So this is him and...
Okay, to be honest with you, Owen is kind of right in this moment. I don't know why Steven insists on doing so many. I mean, he thinks it's funny. Well, it's probably the same reason he probably does this, in the same reason Owen does the things that he does, because he thinks that it's funny. Now, it's clear whenever Steven is trying to be a comedian, but it's unclear whenever Owen is trying to be a comedian, because there's no beginning, middle, and end of the joke. Owen is the joke on his stream. It's from the beginning of the stream to the end of the stream, and it's full of emotions, highs and lows, and everything. If you get offended, it's because it was a joke. If you think that I'm angry, it's because it's a joke. Oh, did I say F you and the Lord? That was a Christian joke, and the only reason why you're offended is because you're a stupid Christian. It's all jokes. He hides behind jokes. But I just wanted to say that this is some pretty gay stuff from Steve.
Ryan Callen.
From Steven.
Steven Crowder is in a mask and shirtless in a... I literally am not going to play the video because it's so unbelievably gay. It's like, it's debatably porn.
It's funny that he says it's debatably porn, because I caught all of Jim Bob's stream the other day, and it was a long stream. It was 4 hours or something like that, and I've never been able to make it through somebody's 4-hour live stream. Never. For anybody out there who thinks that I'll watch from beginning to end of Owen's streams, you're out of your mind. But he called this porn. Jim Bob called what Owen does verbal gay porn.
So Steven Crowder is dressed as a leather daddy with his shirt off. Brian Callen is a naughty cow, and he's spanking him in the butt with a leather whip. Okay? He's a freak. Steven, just get actual cows. So not only is he no different than the liberals he mocks, he's worse. I have known a lot of...
What would be crazy, and I hope that this is not the case, what would be crazy is if he literally is everything that he is calling Steven. Like, everything that he mocks and... I'm so tired. I can't even think straight. I think I'm dehydrated, which I just drank some water. But accuses everything he accuses of other people of being. I hope that he is not, because if he is, then that is one sick pup. From PDF files to extreme closeted and bigoted homosexual tendencies, and then you mix in like the actual reality that he's admitted to, of using his cult to stalk and extort information from his quote unquote enemies, and his admittance of how he treats Amy, his wife. Like, there's potential for very serious problems with Owen Benjamin. There is potential for very real life problems, dangerous problems. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing
it. Of liberals in Los Angeles, and I have never known anybody that's like, want to know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dress as a leather daddy and spank a man with children dressed as a cow.
Okay. I know with what I'm saying, what he's saying is hard to pick up, but rewind, like Listen to what he just said. He just said that
I have known a lot of liberals in Los Angeles, and I have never known anybody that's like, want to know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dress as a leather daddy and spank a man with children dressed as a cow. Okay, so I called that years ago.
he just said that that Owen or that Stephen is the first person he's ever known, even in Hollywood, to dress the way he did and do what he's doing. Is that a joke? Because that's not presented as a joke. The reason why jokes are jokes is because they're presented as jokes. And for those of you that watch Owen, I would love to hear. Now, I understand. I really understand. I really understand watching somebody and laughing at them. Like something that's not presented as a joke and it is funny. I get that. But is that this? Are you laughing at this even though it's not a joke? Because that's obviously not a joke. That's not a comedian making jokes. That's a comedian just talking crap about someone. Like what I'm doing right now is not a joke. I'm not presenting it as a joke. Sure, you can pick moments and laugh at me, but I'm not intentionally trying to be funny right now. Does that make sense? And so he just made a statement that is beyond ridiculous, asinine, when you consider exactly what he just said. Nobody in Hollywood has ever, according to Owen Benjamin, as far as he knows, ever dressed like a leather daddy or whatever he called Stephen, and then spanked somebody with children. How does your mind make statements like that? It's because you're so wrapped up in your own lies you can't see the truth. Wow. He's going to be humbled soon. Wow.
People called me crazy, envious. You're not a Christian, Big Bear. No problem. You're not a Republican. Hey, no, I'm definitely not a Republican. No problem. Take any label you want from me at all. You sir, you're just...
Notice that those are two things. Those are two bodies of people that he has milked for money for the last 5 years, and realize that he's reached the bottom of the barrel for those. And so his grift has changed. He's no longer a Republican and he's no longer a Christian. And there's a video out there, and I might throw it in here. Where he stopped. Did you notice he stopped talking about Christianity because somebody sent him gold? He goes where the money is. It's harder for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to go through to get into heaven. And I'm not saying, I think he's richer than he acts like he is. I think he's got more of an income than he acts like he does. And whenever he is tripping out over money, it's because he's having to get into his own fund in order to pay for things, and he does not like to do that. He's built up his war chest. And so whenever he has to get into his personal war chest that he is grifted for, manipulated for, lied for, that's where the anger comes from. I don't think that he's broke. I don't. But it's whenever he has to pay Coddington out of his own pocket.
You went crazy. You said, no, I told you exactly what he was years before anybody else was. I gave up.
Is there evidence that he's gay? It doesn't matter, but is there? Because whenever Dave Landau put out his video, I remember the title of that from Owen Benjamin, and he said, I'm vindicated. Everything that I've ever said about Stephen is true. And then nothing that I ever remember him saying about Stephen was true. The only thing that I remember him saying about Stephen was that Stephen was gay. That's it. He might have said other things, but it was definitely drowned out by Stephen's gay. So is he? Because if he's not, then he's not, right? Not that it matters. I don't care. But for him to be so adamant.
Up money, I gave up status, I allowed thousands of people to talk shit to me, and
he allowed thousands of people to talk shit about him. How do you, in your head, that was a choice? That was a choice. You allowed them to talk crap to you. You allowed them. How much power do you think you have, Owen Benjamin, Carriage Troy Smith, the 47th? How much power do y'all think he has? Do you think he has enough power to allow people, thousands of people? The other day, whenever he was going on that rant about Steven, he was like, I was silent for 5 years while he did it. No, you weren't. You're never silent. You are literally never silent. You did an hour. This is an hour-long live stream from yesterday. And you were like, yeah, I'm only going to do a short live stream today because my wife needs a break from our 4 kids, which she has all of the time. And out of all the hours that I've wasted on watching Owen Benjamin, that's the first time I've ever seen anything like that. And and then he live streamed like how many hours last night on Instagram? Like I can't fathom.
And I did it because I'm an honest guy. And I'll tell you something, if you're not authentic, it will bite you in your ass every single time.
Amen, Owen. Amen.
Because it'll come out. I know that I can be overly conflict comfortable. I have weaknesses. I'm not just the man. I am the man in a sense because I'm authentic.
He said, I have weaknesses. See, okay, what we just saw with Owen is that he made an absolute statement that even his soul was not comfortable with. And so now you see him humbling himself a little bit in order to justify the words that he had just said and not literally condemn himself. Now, I'm not saying condemn himself to hell. Scripture says, it is not in my will that any man shall perish. And that wasn't a man that was speaking. That was God. So I'm not going to do something that like condemn someone to hell, right? But as far as you've been condemned to 30 years in the penitentiary, or you've been condemned to public shaming. That's what I mean by condemnation in this aspect. But let's watch that one more time, and just watch how he
time. Because it'll come out. I know that I can be overly and I did it because I'm an honest guy. And I'll tell you something, if you're not authentic, it will bite you in your ass every single time. Because it'll come out. I know that I can be overly conflict comfortable. I have weaknesses. I'm not just the man. I am the man in a sense because I'm authentic, I'm very talented, and I'm full of love. Like, seriously.
And he just laughed because I think that laugh at the very end, I think that laugh was a reflection of what his own personal opinion of what he just said was. I honestly think that that's what that was. Now, him being so self-righteous and condemning towards Stephen and saying something about authentic. I remember years ago, whenever I used to watch him back in like 2017, 18, he would talk about his relationship with Amy and how Amy would get mad that in public, if he was angry at her, he would act like he was angry at her. He didn't care where he was. He would embarrass her. And he would, whenever she would be like, stop acting like that right here. Let's deal with this when we get home. And then he would portray himself as someone who would just yell and scream and be like, you want me to be fake? You want me to be fake? I'm not fake. I'm authentic. And so he's so manipulative and abusive that he uses that manipulative, abusive behavior in order to kind of shield him from any condemnation, from any judgment, by saying, no, I am an asshole, but I'm an authentic asshole. My friends used to call me an asshole, but I was their asshole. And the reason why they would call me that is because I would dip off from time to time and not talk to anybody. If you called me, I wouldn't answer. I would just go do my own thing. And then I would come back and there we would, and it's still kind of like that to this day. But I remember in my early 20s, that's what they would call me. They're like, yeah, BJ's an asshole, but he's our asshole. But what happened was I got older and I realized, being an asshole really isn't. So I've actively tried to talk to people and let them know that I'm just not really feeling up to it today. Now, I'm not perfect by that, but anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, that was me in my early 20s, and this is him still in his like early 40s.
Seriously, like I'm like not full of shit. I work hard. I want the best for people, blah, blah. I have weaknesses that I project on.
Notice as soon as it got to somebody else, blah, blah, blah. Did you notice that? He's down to talk about how good and holy and righteous he is. But as soon as it comes to him caring about somebody else, blah, blah, blah. You just got to... One of the reasons why I'm doing these videos is because whenever you cut it up, right? Like he's like a cake that's completely wrapped in beautiful, tasty icing. No, I know it's not beautiful, tasty icing, but just imagine yourself a bear, right? And you kind of like the edgy humor, and for some reason in your lifetime right now, you are warped so bad that you think that this is entertainment, that you think this is comedy, that you are completely okay with it, or you don't even pick up on half the crap that he's saying because you're just listening to it while you're working hard. And I've heard people describe it like that, to where they're listening to him as they're working, and so they pick and choose what they're taking in and blah blah blah. Anyway, the reason why I do these videos where I break things down and clip it the way I do isn't to take anything out of context, because if you watched the video that I clip it from, the context is exactly what I say it is. It is. And I'm not saying that I'm getting to pick and choose what the context is. I'm saying that whenever he's blaspheming the Lord, that's what the context is. Does that make sense?
On people, I can be really quick to fight. I can be really quick to argue, and I can assume other people are like that and project on them. I was talking about that last night on an Instagram stream, where sometimes somebody will say something in the comments, and I hear a tone that's argumentative, even though they're not. And so I'll project, like everyone's capable.
Well, the reason why you do that is because you're constantly defensive, because you are constantly feeling like you're guilty of something, because you constantly are guilty of something. That's what that is. And we're all, like you're saying right there, we're all capable of that, but you
capable of projecting something bad. And so I'll be like, whoa, yeah, you want to fight? Like I can be the guy that just wants to like fight. And that's not good.
Even though you've never been in a fight.
But I'm not the closet gay guy. I'm not the closet liar. I don't want to start a cult. Like that.
There are thousands of hours of footage that are the contrary to all three of those statements. You being a closet gay guy. That just in that one. What were those 3 points? I'm not a closet gay guy. I'm not a closet liar. And I don't want to start a cult. Dude, you are not self-aware at all. Okay, I'm not a closet gay guy. There are... I'm not going to... Okay, just cut to the chase. There is a man... I can't think of his name off the top of my head. But he came out as a victim of SA. If you don't know what SA is, look it up. It's a bad action that somebody does towards another person in a specific kind of way, and it was a dude. Okay, so there's that. Not a closet gay guy. Let's address that. not a liar. There's I don't know how long it is. I would say at least 20 minutes where he's live streaming and he's talking about people found a clip of him saying that he put fingers up his butt at one point in time. And if you listen to what he says in that and you listen to the actual clip that they did find, he is a liar. There's no doubt about it. He said, "Oh, the reason why I told that story is because I was on a panel with a bunch of hot slutty girls, and I didn't want them to feel bad about being slutty." And in reality, he was talking to Josh Wolf or James Wolf. He's a comedian. And he just flat out tells him, yeah, there was a week where I put my finger in my butt every day whenever I did my little dilly, whenever I flick the bean, as the girls call it. And so he is obviously a liar. And so what was it? Not a closet gay? Possibility. I'm not saying that that's true. Is he a closet liar? Yes, he is. His main statement is, I may be wrong, but I'm not lying. You're lying, Owen. You're lying. You're a liar. You are an active liar. And you're one of the worst kind of liars. You spend half your time trying to convince people that you don't lie, and then the other half half the time you try to convince people that you're not a liar, and then the other half of the time you're actively, intentionally lying. Now, I don't know if those numbers are extremely accurate because I do believe that you've lied so much that you genuinely believe some of your lies. But I also know for a fact that you actively participate in lies. I know that for a fact. Okay, so it was closeted gay, closeted liar, and then what was the third one? I can't remember what the third one was. Maybe we can just go back a little bit.
Project like everyone's capable of projecting something bad, and so I'll be like, whoa, yeah, you want to fight? Like I can be the guy that just wants to like fight, and that's not good, you know. But I'm not the closet gay guy. I'm not the closet liar. I don't want to start a cult.
Oh yeah. And I think whenever he says something like that and he laughs, I think he's laughing at his inauthenticity. We all know that he wants to start a cult.
Like that Jim Bob clown is always...
Okay, this is where it gets nasty. This dude, listen to the confession that he's about to make.
Always projecting what he wants, because one of my agents of one of my big boys, Toronto Redacted Bear, the Bertarian Intelligence Group, talked to Made by Jim Bob's ex-wife, who said that Jim Bob always wanted to be a cult leader. I never wanted to.
Okay, this is where this video is going to end, because that sends me into a spiral a little bit. If you don't understand and appreciate how dangerous what he just said is, then you're out of your mind. And you're naive. Have you ever heard of Scientology? They have groups of like squirrel teams or something. And this isn't too far off of that. You live in the real world, Owen Benjamin, and it's crazy, man. Like that's insane. That's insane. You just said, I don't want to have a cult. And then you say that. You understand that is totally cult behavior. That is insane, dude. That is insane. And then the video that I did the other day, I've got a confession to make. It was the one that somebody said that I was jealous. The crazy thing about that statement is that you misunderstood anger, because I was genuinely angry. And I try to, whenever I see something that upsets me, I try to take some time and calm down and then address the situation. In that moment, I did not. I saw that clip and I saw that moment in that video, this moment that we're talking about, the same one that I just played, and I immediately picked up turned on the recorder, which, it probably wasn't. It's not my best work. I can admit that, but I'm going to leave it up anyway. But it's crazy that he admitted that, and that's dangerous behavior. All right, I'm gonna let it play for a little bit just to see where he's going with it.
To be a cult leader. That's why Jim Bob's always saying I'm a cult leader, because he wants to be a cult leader. You know? It's like, it's so fucking obvious. And then people are like, yeah, but you're the real gay one to say Crowder get. No, I'm just really clear-eyed. I can just look at something and be like, hey, guys, you know the guy in the leather daddy outfit spanking a 50-year-old father in a...
Hey guys, you know the dude that's on camera right now that said that that openly lied about whenever he was sticking his finger up his butt, and lied about whenever he did tell that story, saying that he was on a panel full of hot chicks and didn't want them to just feel extra slutty, so he told the story, even though whenever he did tell the story in real life, it was in front of another male comedian. You remember that, guys?
And a cow outfit. How is this owning the left? Man, the grabbers are struggling. Callan's dad is part of the Council on Foreign Relations, and his son is in a cow suit getting whipped by him. Yeah, those people that all the truthers think have all this power, they don't have the power. You want to know who has the power? Anybody capable of resistance. And that doesn't mean violence or fighting the government or anything like that.
Resistance to anybody except for Owen Benjamin. Oh, that was exhausting. How long is this video? 36 minutes long. That is insane. All right, so if you've made it this far, I really appreciate it. If y'all want me to talk about other things besides Owen, let me know. I'm going to do a video on something completely opposite of Owen here in just a little bit. I'm going to start working on it after this video. But if you would, and if you're still listening this long in, I really appreciate it. And let's do, he can't pay the gay away. So like we're going to take the 47, Owen Benjamin Karras Troy Smith, the 47th, and then we're going to add 10 to the 47 because of the dangers of what he just admitted to of stalking and extortion. I can't believe that he says that. He doesn't have a cult, but yet he has people that he sends places to do his bidding. And he doesn't pay them, they pay him. And I wonder how long it's going to be until he starts having sex with other people's wives. I know that I took that to a dark place, but I just remember him saying, it's not a cult. Whenever it's a cult, when it's a cult is whenever the leader starts having sex with other people's wives. And so I wonder how far away he is from that. But if you're listening this far in, I really appreciate it. Leave 57 down in the comment section if you would, so that I know, and leave some ideas of what you would like me to talk about, comment about. I honestly think that this whole Owen thing is getting pretty dark. His wife was supposed to, from what I understand, his wife was supposed to be gone with the wife and kids for a week. And she was gone for a day or two. And I think there was big reason for that. I think Owen thought that she wasn't going to come back. And so therefore demanded that she come back. That's my opinion. I very well may be wrong. I do not know though. But yeah, leave 57 down in the comment section and some ideas of what you would like me to talk about, comment about, whatever. This is the Texas Goat Radio Show. I am your host, Matorius. I will be coming out with a video later on this evening about something completely opposite of Owen. And so be looking forward to that. Sorry about this long video. It is Sunday and it is rainy outside. So melancholy, and I love it. That might be one of the reasons why I'm so exhausted, tired. That weather always puts me to sleep. But I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. This is the Texas Goat Radio Show. I am your host, Matorius. Until next time, as always, till next time.